Hi, Ellie here, still at the laundromat with Hudson. I'm gonna love when these are on YouTube. We're gonna read a story. I'm gonna read a story while Hudson gives me some moral support because he doesn't want to be doing this right now. He's a little in his thing. I have two nieces. They are the sweetest in the whole world, and I happened to pick up one book and forgot that I actually bought it and picked it up again, which means there's a meaning there, obviously. Ellie, you gotta read the book and you gotta send it with love to the girls. It's called The Paperbag Princess, and it is a classic. I had it read to me a long time ago, so I don't even remember it. I just know I've heard the title. Don't know anything else about it. But I'm going to figure it out with you. I'm so excited. This would be for Bailey and Remington. And really actually super stoked for this. I love you. And thank you, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. The Paperbag Princess. Story by Robert Munch and art by Michael Marchenko. Sorry. The Paperbag Princess. Shopping at the bookstore. They wrote it to Elizabeth. I'm reading it for Bailey and Remington. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all his clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Oh, Prince Ronald. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Wow, a princess! I love to eat a princess, but I have already eaten the whole castle today, and I'm very busy, dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. Poor princess. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. She's persistent. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away, I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten the whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait," shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon. And he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. That's a lot of forests. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. 100 forests is even more than 50. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth. The dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world just 10 seconds?" "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew out all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when the dragon got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again!" So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he laid down and went straight to sleep. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes. Your hair is all tangled and you are wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you're dressed like a real princess." Look at her angry face. "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum." They didn't get married after all. The end. She's such a persistent girl. I love her fiery attitude. For the girls in my fam, band room.